Tá aru a bháinid ar an chundan chlár a bhfuil an dún sa glyfic Harú Canis. Tá Alex Murray aclaí ríis agus tagan sé rais and it's Jamie Malone.
Now, what impressed me that day about him was their defence. The defence was absolutely terrific that day. They gave no goal opportunity to Kilkenny in the whole game. Now, they only scored one goal themselves, but they look comfortable all the way through. Now, I saw them against Wexford as well in the Leinster final here. They kind of scraped over that game, and it was only when they pushed young Costello back in at full forward and Boland out at midfield that the game really changed around. Now, they've been back to their original positions today. They're a decent, hard-working, physical team, I think, Dublin are, but I think this game is going to be a toss-up. I know most people fancy Dublin, but when you consider what Galway did to Wexford a week ago, yeah, it's wide open. And with Minor, you have to see the first 10 or 15 minutes, and generally then you know how the game is going.
We have found this, Eddie, down through the years. A team goes out, they're brilliant one day and they're very average the next day, or vice versa.
Yeah, I suppose that's it with minors. You just don't know what they're going to do on any given day. I suppose they mightn't be at the level with the seniors, as in the psychology and preparing themselves for matches. So
turn on to like Conroy a bhfuil sin chun tusa. McAdee an láirí Shanson seo ag Shane Taylor ceann íseach níor chuis mór an fáid le sin glanta ag Murphy de Vlackley inis ceann fada síos dro an lán tusach cosad de gomáin sin ag Brian Carey Shanson seo ag Cian Boland agus an chéad scór amsia agus nílan leanúmad fiú an caite sa glyfa sin fearhús de Vlackley.
Yeah, an score an son agus sin an tús an son nuair a bhí, go háir just a minúí an son nuair a bhí an céad chance an táid clár a bharcháil.
Shanson shot ag Shane O'Donnell a dimmer a glyfa le cheannis na héireann an nora agus Cadéis sin mar fuinsa sin score all in ar fad fáte ag Shane O'Donnell na fórne chorm agus déitach scoráil an ordaven seo hain.
Well, cyn bydd yn sy'n siarad dir go yn boc amach yn son agus an y sgôr yn son agus tóg go glwyd yn son.
Ag Cian McGowan. Dyna go. I'r sgolari choloiste o'n atá gimmert yn sio agus Shansella ag na Clorini ag Shanahan agus yn cian sin cyrra har yn trasna na gyfer atá gimmert sy'n y triw fechtas na gynna minor agus art score.
An y loed os yn eir yn sy'n ag Jamie Shannon agus fi lim siedi ag cain fwy yn son ag just rifyn cle.
Agus le Ibr Chucrin agus tá Bobby Duggan ym leana. Níor chór na Shanson i eis gysyn y hwrt do. Clár agus speise cwrs dwi o warcan sio nish. Bwlyn sian cian sio go slachtwyr ar fad. Ach ta se fel bwtwn diantyn sin ag McGowan. Yn taid zarag ar Vlackley yn sin. Agus yn cian sin yn ish. Le Glanta ag Murphy. Costello ag cwr tean y lehe yn ish. Yn ffeidir le Vlackley ar oedd y cyns chrwho yn sian i ffeidir. Brian Carey. Dychon dan chlor yn lon chwli. Pas desamach ar yn glihan gyda McGwan agus yn ish. Na Clorini gira dulchan Keane. Shansella beidir yn sio ag DC. Ag onto ar yesh ar chlé, ar yesh ar ish, DC yn sin ach yn cian sin ar yesh yn sio. Agus an Ciredza.
David Hughes took it to Clare.
Agus Nianan Bobby Duggan. Siad Jamie Shanahan. Sin Bulta Gahan wa ag Shanahan agus Gacreen agus Master de Guro Blackley a Curriach the Amu o Wally C. Shell of Dirach Nudivi Spas o Skilta Mach River. Kanishta Shans ag O'Gorman. Pass das Trust the Park Edition Shop Beidir. Ag Kunde Chlorigus ag Taylor. Agus Tasha Strachie Chataluna. Agus Ta Bulle Erika in on the Kundan Chlor. Agus Honig Shin o Fast Trust the Park. Agus tá
sé an cool dive.
Jamie Shanahan mar sin héis puinte iontacha amsú. An is tá cool amsí aige. Bulte le sodar ag Jamie Shanahan. Híla hí an amsí aige nis sin imach ganúmad. Agus tá an chlár híla cuaig in ag puinte chun tusa.
Ja, an a bhfuil an son an a leidir an son agus ní a bhéon dát in aigen ach raibh sé chun ar a cool dive an son agus Vlackley a scór dive golua.
Dúirteach ag McClellan agus scór a testal ó Vlackley a McHugh. I méle chul Shanson Shaka agus cúl céint a tíocht ag Oisin O'Rourke. Butú tún in sin mas na glóí ní bheit capach tá Black Clare eis a glyfa ó bhuachas ó sin O'Rourke. Cheir a faoin sa atrub.
Yeah, Kevin and Sunday bhíon cool boy mo cool seach beidir nach raibh bhíon gá leis an sin Conor McHugh. Sin an céad pí a coimete chur an Black Clare le chéile agus ifir a coidir sin O'Rourke an son agus anna cool aige an son just isteach lena cos clé an son agus tá si do ráis isteach sa cléhan is.
Scórbí testáil go fíor géar bhthub. Ach na chlóirí ní tíochtar eis éistin is le Shanahan agus tá Shacreen. Sin híon na trí in is fáite ag Shanahan sa glyfa péireach ab sin an immert agus iad a chuneal an chlár chun tusa.
Tá méid se garad de bhíoh seilimh na líróid a chun son.
When Shanahan míchrín in uair seo. Bhainteag McClelland seachadín lína lán tusach ríisteach níl. Black Clare fáil mór an sin seáil sin sinach Sean Tracy in uair sin. Le scór má fug se Susan bhrise chonig se gur orint spás os a chóir agus thug se a faointe go má.
Yeah, just a future shoes and brush on sin go láidraach. Talk to Gunish go with Black Clare. Just not make sure who called on son agus on the score again. Agus cock score on a hawk to Gunish to Black Clare.
McHugh. A tuirtí scór a héin in uair seo agus sin gáfuointe bhuiite na súl ó Black Clare á dúirtar eis a glyfin ceann sin ó Conor McHugh agus an isis nílach cool in na fórne.
Yeah, well, ever Culligan and son again give a row clean and son listen road agus fúlse McHugh takte stach and son agus Hannah Trastan. Di don't go have Kyung Garrett own again home son mar fastest grave on Ahmed
an bhrisise táhachtach agus tá Shanson seo Conway tá sé sin Samuels go hiantach Quilligan Samuels chun chéad go Shanson ag Boland agus tá faoinsa Toki ag Bolandach sin Samuels hiantach ó Eibhear Quilligan.
Yeah, Kimmy Dinson Anna Clistach sin no Black Clare agus fiúchte an áit amach fi sé gíige choisteach sa cúnin sin agus Culligan anha tá sí san anna jaach an cíine tá ísisiil an son agus hí Conway anna Cliste cumá bhí rinne sin roid ceart an teanna bháin ná bhúte leid a gróhinné.
Sin McClelland íochtach tá sé cure. Quilligan a garú tro an uair seo. Agus tá Shanson seo beidir ag Taylor an Will. Agus tá faointe Toki ag Will. Bí a cain said Route 1 mar a deartha an chúlbáir agus í Taylor har an trasnán.
Yeah, well, Taylor go masan éar an son agus sin in dara cúlína fóisina sin céad ceann déar a go bach.
Agus tíar chéis ceann na chur mú cup númadach in an inan seo a bhhad níos fábharí. Agus ní an Duggan in. Conor McHugh. Seachad míle chúl agus an istá seansa le Conway. Agus an uair seo. Ní an sé watún. Tábháil Quilligan éireach dhearnach. Ní ar na Conway botún a bit an uair sin cool don chéad sco.
Yeah, Anna Goal son éar an sin agus ní bhachar amháin in aigen an son agus dír agus teach sa cúine ní seansa bheith Eibhear Culligan an son leis an buile agus Anna cool an son agus gan chance Cíhín an son ví a cad bhí a dhéanamh gan son dír agus teach sa cúine agus tá freib sé dír í dul isteach gan seansa bheith an gúlbáir an son.
Agus rud bháin atá cinn amán thosaí a Black Clare an seirbhís ceart tá idir thar bheith contúirteach sinne ó sin O'Rourke atá híos gortaí fí leáid ó chiail mo chud an na crocaí. Fear a tháinig se James Roach an tonadí. Is sús ar deire ag Carey agus ba rin spás an seo Conroy in ish. A seachadí a chéile chóraigh Shanahan ag tuairt faoi scór ó lár na parca agus is imreoir anha an nearó seo. Híon an aon is a chun den chlár dó cethraigh Black Clare.
Well, Jamie Shannon fágad leis féann san Lana Park agus nó raintse sean so Lana Park an ufiúháin an lelína cúlaí an son tá sé anna chrína fad agus anna scór go dú an son.
Agus bhí sinú med caite ó aimse mar sin bhreá le ceachtarach an chur na chrucha am líana sinna Duggan go leor airde go leor cruinnes sin bula séarálinn ó
Bógann siad an líróid go garad ag gaibh trúna himróíar sin an cearcamidí sé gimmart stócha stachaí an lán tasach go minic agus is féidir.
Sinna Costello ó Lorna Parca agus sin freagra iontach fad ó Costello a dimara nói ag glyficanis na hir na nora agus sin puinte gun chéad sco.
Se amach le John Danoy Rooney Flair Cleanson agus bhí sé gimmart mar sa cúne dhéist na tosa an bhíonn se chatte.
Le ham. Éimeann Fennessín sin staidirachach. Bobby Duggan ní staidir í fós agus an ceann sin builte go hálann ag Duggan agus chuirse. Feici suas is sé Costello ag gur a spás a chródó hain chuir sé puinteálainn. Tí sí nach chin. Winters go leor airde agus tá sé Crean agus scór fíorthábhachtach fáite ag Winters agus sin an chéad ceann na fuairse sa glufa.
Yeah, agus big
Clare. Dave Sheedy, Gerlach Nan and Eddie Brennan here with me in our studio for the afternoon. Ger, happy enough with that so far from a Clare point of view?
Well, happy from a game point of view as well.
Yes,
it's a very enjoyable game. Really good quality hurling. You know, when you looked at teams first, you say Dublin were physically stronger, kind of dominating in the half-back line. But Clare, when Clare got the ball, they were running at the Dublin defence and they were either getting frees, which Bobby Duggan converted, or they scored some great scores. Shane O'Donnell set him off there from a ball near the sideline, which was a brilliant, which was a great score. Now, since, you know, when Clare got the goal from the penalty, there was, I think it was 1-5 to a point at the time. You know, since then, when Dublin got the goal, and that really changed the game around completely, you know. What we noticed from this side up here, from watching it here, is the Dublin forwards are constantly interchanging. And when they do interchange, you know, young lads being young lads, they're kind of the backs are left in no man's land, and they're not picking up the men they should be. And it has left openings in the Clare defence. And to be fair to Dublin, they have taken full advantage of them. But what I'm surprised at is the skill level of the Dublin players. You know, I think they're more skillful. They mightn't be as strong as some of the other Dublinies, but they have good skill. They have good teamwork. And like Clare, you know, I think they've surprised everybody with not alone the quality of their play, but they're big players. Jamie Shannon in the middle field really standing up. You know, Eibhear Quilligan in goal is a brilliant save. So, you know, for both sides, you know, the game is right in the balance now, and for both sides, it's a very good game.
The quality of that match is helped by the condition of the pitch.
Flair Clare keen ball in the mo an Glíhánar Clay.
Siomid Ingrian which I get a Bishamachti na Scamalin shot. Nish, Paki Suas ag Duggan. Cian Ishal Arishach Blackley, Cousintin Conjun Gamala, Eric Lowndes, agus an Ish Pekin Shasus and Brisha Fair. And we gimmert dan Udin Pele couple Shaft and a Henny Gun Yamonachan, and go to Caro Canish na Hayden. Nish now Winters Arisht. Paki Suas, ag O'Rourke. Agus Tá Blackley, a Tussy Gama, Silasha, Shina, Ushin O'Rourke. Fair, will he in the door fight in Ishega, agus Tá na Fórne Corum.
Yeah, well, Vijay Gortonson.
Agus Duggan, Ganin, Stroh.
Anella, or fucking the series. So, Nizagum came for goal Blackley, talk, you know, Maladote, talking the series of Amadachonson, agus Chancellor Duggan, agus Golali Shokama.
Sinead, Nira. This is like Shanahan. Fivru, Aileen She, Amachas, Macadine Lor. Oh, it's a thought DC. Lure Iredza, Crean freshen. Agus Shin on Kate score.
Doyle go Haskelish.
Bish the Sheesig, Tracy, Patrisus, and Lerods and Shin Amach. Agus Rink Loidracht, Boynton Shaw, Egg, Colum Cronin, Egg Lucia Hunkeen Gazas. Agus Shin, Twinta, all in Fata, Egg Verlar Parker, Colum Cronin. Towards Blackley at Ashla Glyphach, Ord score.
Yeah, Anna Ruher and son of Lorna Parkinson, Agus, neither Akra one and Agnan, son Agus, Viche, Gair Galore, Marilling, Agus, Shinana.
Yaguni, Garuhu and Burts on the Ross, Gonna Ainerach, Agus Shinna Harlan Shin. Taylor. McGuan, Shachamela Hula, Gaspedic Machrahin Rosh and Shaw, Shans, Intach, Ig DC, Zela Unschlit to Wairuneberg. Nishta Shans up, Ig O'Donnell, Shane Cooley into Fota, Shane O'Donnell, Honikin Slittermach, Hasanangach, be keen to Devishion, Coolgan Sco, coming to Mahasar Clare.
Well, you know, Akra the one and Agnan, son, you know, no Vurshan Chanson, son, Cúig seach sin líon tá an sonnach ní a bhachar bháin agna agus bhí sé róláidir agus ró tapig an son do cosintóirí bhlaachtaí agus anna cúil go deo
Cúig pointe inis idir na fórne ní rá dá leis an réiteoir agus inis seansaigh Shanahan tas das ísisiil ach ní rá dúr an ceann sinna ordú agus inis siada McClelland go leor airde agus cruinne sin pointe bre fáte ag an lechúil ar chlé Sean McClelland agus chead a pointe after inis.
Ja, scór má ní a bhéanaar ag talú os a chóir amach an san agus just a bhúil sin í roi go hard agus cúig sé hana tras nánach cúpla cúlín ag tastáil
McClelland Tro lína méidir is fit agus seansacha an seo go roic seansa chúlaga strucci síos bula éirice do bhlach lia agus sinna chuí dálín se bhaite na súil tá seansacha a bheith eiste glyfa.
After eis begáin agus McClelland chuir sin brúar tosgribh Morán am ag dul hanas but ní léon dóta beach go réig sé chun cúldáil.
McClelland agus tá sé sábailte go hinnta chisan sin an Gerald Ryan bula cúig féidir is 3 scór a bheith sád ach seans chu amú ag blach lia.
Well, de bhúil sé leid a golóirí an san agus anstop ag ifir a caran sin Gerald Ryan agus seo bula mór sicóíochta don chlár agus a gine bhlaachlíon is agus anna háach Winters in is ag tógan das Paul Winters tá sé anna háach go bhaig sé scór nach chuig sé fóríile.
Cínta.
Nó bhain an bhaig sé scór a le go ditig sé rimin na ceanóig an san mar má hitan sin is ar fóríil sin gáfuil do bhlaachlí.
Winters mar sin agus tá sé crín bula fér hábhachtach mar bhí don lerán. Ní letar bach an cúl. Oh, chance on what the Connor DC. Ach an shelf called sig block clear. Ach grúte Jacob. Can Harvey me chhlachtúr hús in there. Fighting Shinnig Taylor. Agus Shinna Harley and Nurian and two Butún. Ekin two Gadiras. Agus Shane Taylor left tween sa Intach. Agus an Verna Shin. Cheir tween sa Erisht.
Well, big Shea Bowlen is Shinnig Stackle could grúig amach an son ag fearcan a Shimar fi golóra meg bra clear Shinna Glan agus Glan agus go clean agus in an dala Shane Taylor le ag taspáint ard skillan sin agus cúlín úntach ga.
Shall Gormley ag dul chun cín. Cean ordo Donald Gormley agus tá sé chuir fórí leige. Na líróid is fáte salár an Shinnig Blacklia agus ag Gormley ríist agus an uair seo. Tá Donald Gormley Crean, bhí sé mí Crean cupnúma dóchénach. 3 pointe idir na fórne uairháin eile.
Ja, agus tá sé sin táchtach gan mar ceir cúlín ar a leid bín seis súiste go an son nach, ach ní nach cúil atnéis agus más féile Blacklia sellh dáilin is agus cúlín eile dáilin sin tuigh brúar an glár.
Sin gáilíontach san éir dínta ag McClelland. Tris de síos agus is tíhinn sin tá Shane O'Brien amach go dtí Cleary. Agus scatan na líróid a trasna cuirc inis pasta sa seach salár. Duggan ag garú trón na himire sin pasíontach. Taylor sin congan a scór of that is deise agus tú i Barca Crocky in éon chluife in éon am.
Ja, well, score an clé go dtí seo ná réidir mar anna chuimirt an sin idir an glár gacro tósta go húnta go cá an lár cúlíonn sin canna cléirí trascaí bhar a seachtón crc súscaí dogan an son agus trasna cón líróir úntach trasna go dtí Shane Taylor agus hana trasnáin.
An lán chulaí Cian O'Callaghan catí na fórne ag tíal chun cín inis. Cronin ag dul chun tosa. Fósa Cronin amach runnibeag roáda go dtí Conway at Ash, Chancellor Gormley near Eilish Roada, a Chancellor Cronin, agus tá cool fanta, and Colin Cronin da van clear, Bishi the Kurtu Twinsa, Droch Wolivion, is Shakati Cronin, agus initially nach Twinsa into the Fornia.
Well, the Honig sé sin ó rúthar chumá agus seansanna agus mar a dúirtú drómhhuiile agus chuig sé stacaí cróna bhí tar éis fanachta stigón pasa dhéis an sin go dtí Conway beidir dá godig sé ar Clare bhí os sin nó róg an sonnig fanachta ag nó a Honig sé rais anna cool an son agus anna Clare going inis séanú seach na méid fáca agus ní réon ó ratan éis ag go mán coolín.
Stephen Ward tací seach san action inis do Niall DC ar an chundan chlár agus Ceann sin amach. Winters Tras na parke, Cortu, Boland, agus an ishtá Boland ag dul ai. Cortu an score chun na fórne chormó, agus tá sé fáit ag Boland. Na score an na chorm, points ag an chéad ó Boland.
Yeah, sin cín Boland sin agus cafarán san goil cína Calacantres tacht amach inis mar lán Cooley captain na fórna tá sé gimmar sa lalína coola hinis agus sin gá immert gá rud yen sin agus you know tá rúra dhéanamh agus tá sé tréis é féin agus McKellen tréis gáí ó rúnta go gháil san éan sin agus siad a có scór inis.
Well, a gríthe briste ná ríre ag an té chálas an chluife seo. Tada an bheice muid an breise. Ceann sin rúne bagár ach briste síos agus an isisiú na bhutún beg hí san sin. Ceann sin builte trasna agus tá acraí spáis amach an seo ribhe agus tá sé curtha an trasná. Ní léon doubt fao sin fáilte Conor McHugh agus blá clia imi chun tusa.
Yeah, agus ceir cína sa céad inis nó pocan amach an san bút ag blá clia agus sin an ardán is tócha gohfuil siad ag brathar inis agus anna scór an san agus anna fas ag colm castó trascaí McHugh.
Caha chun den chlár heachtar eis ar a buinte buise. Béidir go bheith David Conroy. An near chun sinna dhéana sin scóíontach fáte ag an Timor Law Park David Conroy agus tá na fórne choirmaríis cháú met fácaí.
Well, bin fragrúntaach sin Conroy ag bócan an pocamach sin an céad pocamach a bhúil siad ón gúicín deirigh agus anna háachta go bhór sin. An agus táchtaíonn seo Gary go múla sé go láidre.
Bhfuil sé go láidre agus, well, ó náit tá muitin ar sí. Nílas hamar an ceann sin an trasánach, béidir thar an chúile. Tá an réiteoir dul isteach.
Well, de bheasas gur bhúil sé bar an chúlan san agus chuis sé fóríl. Mas go bhfuil cinna ceartaíonn ag moltúir chúil. Tá spotta dúhaint an ar bhar an chúil agus nécinn tú ach measam gur bhúil sé an bhar agus chuis amach ar fóríl.
Agus an isis.
Well, aníocht a bheann.
Déitach sé tarlú go ngrúhann chéad scór eile agus, well, Jamie Shanahan an cinenne tucaí na chunne teist.
Tá seo mar a difa cúlín an cluthe.
Agus mar bhfuil sé sách láidire titu méil chóla agus tá sé sin angach ó Rourke agus sin bula mar fan na mucéad ar ire. Níor bhfuil Winters an ceann sin go slachtúir ach céhí fire ach an níoscire oisiú ó Rourke dó fáte agus a glyfa se agus seansgur bin é.
Caafar águr mar a difa Conor Forwards góla bhí anna sin é leannig sé leanse an líróisteach agus anna cúil agus sin dean an cléin is tócha I bhábhar bhleachlia.
Agus an ceann sin chuníróada. Ís an sin ag McHugh. Callahan an captain agus sin é an tac sin díanta ag Blaclia agus gon dar na blian as.
We hadn't quite our minds made up whether it was extra time or a replay, but it was looking like either of them.
It was looking like extra time, you know. I mean, Clare had a chance, you know, with the free, and in fairness to Bobby Duggan, he'd been taking really good frees all day, but you know, just drifted wide of the post. Referee went in, and they made their mind up it was a wide ball, but that was the margin. And you know, Jamie Shanahan caught a great puck out, and you know, the ref judged that he'd overcarried, and it was a free in, and you think, God, this Paul Winters a chance to win it. And next thing up pops Oisin O'Rourke in the corner. He just gets a hurley to it, and you know, it's probably hard luck on Clare. Rough, just I mean, they've been really hard luck at semi-final stage. I mean, last year they lost out to extra time to Galway. Today they lost out by a last-minute goal. So you know, overall a really good game. Some great bouts of hurling in it. I think there's a lot of people out there playing minor that'll be playing 21 in senior semi-finals in years to come.
I think there's no doubt about that. Gerard, I know Dublin were kind of favoured to win this thing, but having said that, your lads were leading the match most of the way through.
What the matter is, after 40 minutes, Michael, Clare was 6 points ahead. So there's terrific credit due to Dublin for coming back from 6 points down and making their way back into the game again. They had 10 players who scored from play today. Dublin had, you know, 6 forwards, the sub they came on, 2 midfielders, wing back. We saw a terrific contest between McClelland and young Taylor from Clare. You know, you had everything in this game. Fantastic scores, great movement. And you know the goals that came, I suppose, the fault in the full back line.
When you got that goal in the second half, Shane O'Donnell, we thought that was it then for Clare.
Yeah. But there was a fault all the way through in the Clare full back line. You know, this is a great goal. The ball played in behind the full back line onto the far corner. Lovely ball laid back in by DC into Shane O'Donnell, who's the one player today who's prepared to take on his man, and he places it into the far corner of the net. Really, really great goal. He's a very promising player actually, that Shane, if he gets a bit stronger later on. But you know.
Look, we've a lot of belief in these lads, but if my honest opinion, it was looking very, very dodgy for a long time, you know.
Yeah, a lot of things seem to be going wrong for you. There was the missed penalty. Clare were really getting on top.
Yeah, I mean, in fairness to Clare, Clare are a very, very good team, and they played exceptionally good hurling. And if we're brutally honest, the best team actually lost today. I thought Clare were superb. They didn't let us play around the middle of the field. They picked off their scores a lot better than we did, and we struggled in a lot of areas, but there's a lot of belief in this team, there's a lot of experience there, and I think maybe in the end it maybe had a factor in that we stay going right till the end.
4 goals is a lot to score, obviously, in a championship match of this scale. Had you encouraged them? Had you spotted weaknesses maybe in the Clare defence and you told them to go for goal?
No, I mean, if you cast your mind back to this time last year, we scored 6 goals and we went in at half-time wondering what were we going to say to the lads when we were 15, 20 points up. Today was a completely different situation, but no, we did say, look at, if we hung in there, got enough ball into the forwards, we had the forwards to score goals. But look at points and goals, they all win matches, and we got them at the right time. So I have to say we rode our luck today.
Well, you're into an All-Ireland final, so well done, Shay.
Thanks very much, Sean. Yeah, cheers.
You do need that little bit of luck, and I suppose you'll have to say that winning goal at the end.